Can't we be asking the government for better tax incentives to make the cost of childcare tax deductible? Yes, absolutely. Brilliant point. And I know that there are shifts and discussions and movements in place within Parliament on the childcare issue. The problem with childcare is that from a political perspective, unlike school, childcare costs, nursery in particular, is a transitional phase for parents, and it's quite often short term. So there's quite often not that many votes in focusing just on, say, nursery fees or childcare costs. Which is why I think historically the government have been really bad at addressing it. There's probably another reason as well, is that there historically haven't been great incentives for helping women manage that juggle, in particular between their parental responsibilities and their work responsibilities. That aside, my sense is that there are people in Parliament, there are discussions going on, there is a broader recognition that the UK has a real problem when it comes to childcare fees, and that more could be done to help parents in that situation where they quite often are paying more for the nursery fees each month than they are their mortgage. So I do think that those conversations are happening, but like anything to do with politics, it's wait and see. The next question is, have you seen promising examples of eldercare in action? To be honest, no. And I think that's because it's only in the last 2 years, I think, during this pandemic, where it's come onto the sort of employer's radar, really. I did notice in your exhibition fair, there were a couple of stalls reflecting on and offering advice and policies on eldercare. But there are very few employee benefit associations and companies and providers doing that. And that's partly because it's quite often been a responsibility for older women, invariably, who did not work. But as we know, it's a problem very much looming and will only get bigger. And I think within the next 10, 15 years is going to be a huge challenge for companies. So I think the answer to that question is watch this space, really.